Hey, what's up, fam? Kurt with Caribeque. So I've been getting a lot of questions about one-pan meals. This week we're going to go with our chicken, potato, and vegetable meal from meal to meal prep. Come with me, let's go. So we're going to begin our sheet pan meal with our potatoes and veggies. We have creamer potatoes that we cut up into nice bite-sized pieces. We have red onions, sweet peppers, and we have asparagus. Little known fact about asparagus: if you hold them like this and bend them, they'll break naturally to where the asparagus is good versus the hard chewy part. One of the keys about sheet pan meals is to cut everything evenly into cooking bite-sized pieces. So let's cut this potato up. We're not gonna cut it too small, but we're gonna cut it into nice little bite-sized pieces so that it cooks evenly in the oven with the rest of the ingredients. So we have our potatoes that are cut up, we have our red onions about the same size, sweet peppers, and we have our asparagus. So all of our potatoes and veggies are cut up into nice, even bite-sized pieces. Let's move on to our chicken thighs. I'm using bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Fat is flavor, people, and the bone also gives flavor. We're gonna be using Caribeque Island thyme for this, so we are gonna season the first side generously, and then we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna season the other side of our chicken thighs. Now remember, I am using sheet pans here, but we're gonna switch it over to one clean sheet pan because you know me, foil paper means less cleanup later. Now that we have all our vegetables cut up, let's go ahead and combine them into one bowl and add our dressing. So here we have our red cream potatoes and our red onions. And let's go ahead and add our peppers and our potatoes. We should have used a bigger bowl, but this should work out. Let's go ahead and I'm adding liquid aminos, which is the substitute for soy sauce. We're gonna go ahead and get that all up into the vegetables. And then we're gonna add island thyme. This will be the base of our seasoning. Let's go ahead and flip that around and get that island thyme over everything. Okay, so here we have a brand new clean sheet tray. I went ahead and lined it with foil. What I'm gonna do is add a base coat of olive oil so nothing sticks. Then we're gonna take our vegetables that we just recently seasoned and we're gonna lay them on the bottom. This is the bed for our cook for the chicken thighs. So we go ahead and spread these out. We have our potatoes, our onions, our asparagus, everything's on there. Then we're gonna add our chicken thighs on top of the bed, and all of this wonderful fat's gonna go ahead and run all over the vegetables, and that'll make it incredibly amazing. We have our oven preheated at 400 degrees, and we're gonna put these in at 400 degrees for 60 minutes or until the internal temp reaches 165 degrees. This recipe is going to be done in our oven today, so we have it preheated at 400 degrees. You can also do this outdoors in your Kamado cooker, in your pellet smoker, anything else. But today, a little bit rainy outside, so we're filming inside. Let's do it in the oven. Let's go to the next shot. We're going to take our tray of our chicken and our veggies. It's preheated to 400, and we're going to set it in the oven for about 50 minutes or until the chicken thighs get to a center temperature of 165 degrees. Now let's check on it halfway through. Because we're using an oven, you want to make sure the heat's evenly distributed. Let's go ahead and take it and flip our chicken all the way around. And there you have it. Let's let it go for the rest of the time. Alrighty, the timer just went off. Let's check our internal temps of our chicken thighs. And we're at 168 on the first one, and we are at 168 on the second one. Definitely done. Let's go ahead and remove these and let them cool for a few minutes. Now you have your meal already completely done. This is where the meal prep part comes in. So we have two types of containers. The container where everything goes into one, or the container where you have your food separated, your proteins, your carbs, and your veggies. Whichever one you like is up to you. I don't care, I personally put them all into one. Let's go ahead and separate them. Fresh out the oven, we have island thyme chicken thighs. Let's go ahead and add some of our veggies, some asparagus, some onions, some peppers, and if you can have the carbs, let's add some nice juicy potatoes. Really quick, really easy, and all the leftovers becomes meal prep. So we just had dinner. Now let's go ahead and get our meal prep done. Go ahead and put a thigh in there. It depends what you're doing. Keto, carnivore. If you're doing keto, you can have some of the veggies. If you're doing carnivore, then your tray may just look like 100% chicken in there. And then this one over here is if it fits your macros. We can go ahead and put your potatoes in one section, like that. Then we can go ahead and put your veggies in another section. Be sure to get your asparagus tips in there. And then in the final section, we put our chicken thighs. So really, the only difference between cooking dinner and having meal prep is the quantity. Make sure you cook more so you can feed your family and then have food for the next couple days. I highly recommend only prepping food for about 2 or 3 days. I hate old leftovers. So if you prep your food from Monday or Sunday to Wednesday, on Wednesday, just go ahead and do another mini meal prep. Thanks for following. Like, subscribe, and follow. Kurt with Caribeque out.